Carla Connor has been enjoying a luxurious getaway in Ireland with her close friend Michelle Connor for the past several weeks, while back in Weatherfield, Becky Swain has been quietly tightening her grip on her estranged wife, Lisa Swain. Becky's shocking reappearance earlier this summer completely turned Lisa's life upside down and left Carla feeling uneasy about her romance with the detective sergeant. Even before flying off on her trip, Carla had her doubts about Becky's true motives, and it appears her instincts were right as she wisely asked Roy Cropper to keep watch while she was away. This week, Roy and Betsy Swain were stunned when they walked in on Lisa and Becky sharing an embrace. Becky appeared unfazed, but Lisa's reaction showed clear worry that Roy might misinterpret what he'd seen. That awkward moment led to a heartfelt exchange between the two women, during which Lisa finally confessed that although she still had feelings for Becky, it was Carla she wanted to share her future with. Sadly, Becky doesn't seem ready to give up on reclaiming her wife just yet. In scenes set to air next week, Lisa tells Roy that Carla is due back soon, and she can't wait to reunite with her. She also makes it plain that whatever emotions she once had for Becky are now completely behind her. But eager to stir up tension between Carla and Lisa, Becky intentionally drops into conversation that she's been staying at number 6 during Carla's absence. The confession leaves Carla stunned, and it's only the beginning of more trouble ahead. Later, after taking Halloween photos with Lisa, Carla scrolls through Betsy's camera gallery and is unsettled to discover a video of Lisa and Becky modeling Betsy's creations. Viewers will remember that this same clip already caused issues after Becky reprimanded Betsy for sharing it online. Once Carla watches the video, she abruptly tells Lisa that she's heading home. When Betsy later tells Becky what upset Carla and made her storm out of the Rovers party, Becky immediately starts scheming. She soon shows up at the event and joins Betsy at the bar, and it quickly becomes clear that she's queued up the song she and Lisa once danced to at their wedding. Taking advantage of the moment, Becky gently reminds Lisa of their vows, insisting that every word she spoke still holds true. As she recalls how happy they once were and suggests they could recapture that again, the question remains: is Becky about to make her move on Lisa? Debbie confronts Abby in Coronation Street as a shocking crime secret comes to light. It's fair to say there's little warmth between Debbie and Abby Webster, and tensions are only set to rise in the weeks ahead. Debbie is furious over Abby's cheating scandal and breakup with Kevin, and she's about to get yet another reason to lash out, much to Abby's dismay. The drama begins when Abby and Carl discuss their financial struggles, both desperately needing employment. Meanwhile, Kevin opens a letter and is outraged to learn that Abby has initiated divorce proceedings. Later, a flustered Debbie makes errors at the hotel, prompting Carl to step in and help her. Carl then contacts Dylan and shares the details of a car he wants stolen. Dylan refuses and rushes off, while Abby secretly takes note of the vehicle. Suspicious, Debbie tails her as she leaves. Abby locates the car in the Freshco car park, but hesitates, clearly second-guessing herself, just as Debbie catches up. Will Debbie uncover the truth about Carl's schemes, and how will she handle what she learns? Elsewhere, showrunner Kate Brooks has reassured fans that despite Debbie's dementia storyline, the actress will remain on the show for several more years. In fact, she is set to stay until 2027, with the soap taking a slow-burn approach to her character's journey. Rather than showing rapid decline, the focus will be on Debbie cherishing the time she has left, including a joyous Christmas wedding to Ronnie. Viewers will also see Debbie enjoying friendships with other women, leading to plenty of classic Corrie moments. There's still plenty of time to celebrate and enjoy our beloved Debbie. Coronation Street spoilers for next week, 20th to 24th October. Next week on Coronation Street, Theo lashes out at Todd once again. Theo's behavior takes another dark turn as he directs his anger at Todd after recent tensions rise. In recent episodes, Theo's jealousy over Todd's friendship with Billy has escalated, culminating in him sleeping with a potential client, Pete Hayden, as a twisted way to punish Todd. Although Todd initially defended himself and kicked Theo out, he later softened, forgiving him and even putting his friendship with Billy on hold to appease Theo. I think some of the personal growth he's made over the past couple of years has led him to believe there's potential for change in others too, Gareth Pierce explains. That part of him is overriding his instincts right now, as he adjusts and tries to make space for Theo, hoping to steer the relationship toward a healthier dynamic. At the end of the week, Theo surprises Todd by gifting him a brand new car to replace his old worn-out one. Next week, Theo heads to the builder's yard for a meeting with Gary and Pete, but it's clear Pete isn't fully focused on business. Flirting openly, Pete hints they should hook up again, but Theo firmly shuts him down, making his disinterest clear. When Pete mocks him and calls him a drama queen, Theo's temper explodes, leaving their working relationship in ruins. Later, Theo is already on edge after receiving an email from ex-wife Danielle's solicitor outlining her latest maintenance demands. With Pete's contract now gone, and having spent money on the car, Theo feels his life slipping out of control. When Maria mentions that Theo lost his temper with a client and even threatened him, Todd is shocked to realize how Gary's business could be seriously affected by Theo's actions. As Gary scrambles to placate Pete and salvage the deal, Todd approaches and is horrified to recognize him as Theo's former hookup. We now have a situation where Todd discovers Theo slept with Pete, and strangely, in that moment, Todd ends up accepting it and even feeling ashamed of his own behavior afterward, Gareth shares. That jealous, petty, and slightly wounded side of Todd that came out during the Mr. and Mrs. quiz at the Rovers makes him feel enough shame to recognize that version of himself, prompting him to want to own up and make amends for his behavior, Gareth explains. By week's end, Gary makes it clear that Theo's personal antics have destroyed any chance of doing business together and decides it's time to sever ties. Meanwhile, Todd's day takes a turn for the worse when he offers Sarah a lift to the school to pick up Harry. Todd panics when Harry accidentally spills a milkshake across the back of his brand new car. Sarah is mortified and apologizes profusely, while Todd dreads Theo's reaction as he notices him approaching. To Todd's surprise, Theo brushes it off with a laugh, taking the incident in stride. But back at the flat, Theo's patience quickly runs out. He berates Todd for showing no respect for the car he gifted him, leaving Todd frantically promising to have it professionally cleaned. He's initially given false hope, as in that first moment when the milkshake spill happens, Theo is far more composed and amiable than Todd expects because Sarah and Harry are present, Gareth notes. But once they're gone, Theo's true narcissistic side emerges. He switches from smiling and charming publicly to exploding behind closed doors. After the car is cleaned and looks perfect, Todd finally starts to relax, only to hear the sickening scrape of metal as he reverses into an object. Climbing out, Todd is horrified by the fresh scratch, knowing a massive confrontation is imminent. There's a brief moment where Todd thinks everything is fixed and life will smooth out, Gareth teases. But in true Coronation Street fashion, that tension spikes instantly when Theo unleashes one of his furious outbursts aimed squarely at Todd. It's shocking and intense. Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, and episodes also stream on ITVX and YouTube.